All right, so the build here revolves around Veil of Quills. This is a projectile spell. You unlock this as soon as you get to Act 2. And basically, it just shoots out a bunch of projectiles, and each of these projectiles can, number 1, home in on an enemy. Number 2, they can hit the same enemy. Number 3, they can pierce the enemy and then hit the exact same enemy again. That is why we get stupid amounts of damage. So the only relic that you really need here is going to be Mark of the Vulture. You need 2, actually. Mark of the Vulture, which lets you explode and AoE damage. This does damage a single target again, so it's just even more damage. And then the Feathered Dagger. This one is extremely important because, again, when Veil of Quills pierces an enemy, it can hit the same enemy again. So not only does this increase your clear speed, obviously, it also increases your single target damage. Past that, you're going to want a Delicate Rosary. This is an Act 1 thing with the Reflexes skill. Just lets you regenerate mana, just helps you when you're early on before you get to the constellation unlocks and blah blah blah. Holy Water, not really necessary, just gives you a little bit of extra conviction. And because we're running Written Promise as well, spells gain damage equal to your conviction, equal to a percent of it, I should say. So that just helps you, you can pop your potions as an offensive mechanic instead of just a purely defensive one. Pretty good. And then you can also use Katinga Hunter, we'll call it that, which gives you a little bit of movement speed just for clear speed. Patch that, I have double closed body recovers mana on use. This is just very useful for obviously regenerating mana. Little all res thing here. The relics past, again, these 2 right here aren't that important. If you can get this one right here, deal plus 37% damage versus blighted, and then deal bonus that towards withered enemies. This is like literally doubling my overall damage. You don't need this, but obviously it would help a ton. And then if you are struggling in Act 1, you can simply replace the Quill skill with the Cyclone Spin to Win. It's called Double Knives. Double Knives Tempest relic is probably the best one. It gives you extra damage based on your movement speed, converts it to lightning, and gives you an electric wave that deals basically 20% more damage. You don't need the Tempest. This is probably the best one to use. But if you're going to run Double Knives, you obviously are going to need Scout's Metal. It just increases your clear speed by a metric butt ton. And then you're also going to be using Reflexes, this knife skill here, again, with the Delicate Rosary. You can also run the Battered Sheath. That will also help your Reflexes bounce off of enemies and regenerate a butt ton more mana. And then for both builds, you literally just want damage inside of the run. A lot of people are struggling with this game right now, as it is a very, very, very high just damage check in general. Once you progress through the floors, you will notice the enemies just get exponentially tankier, and you just need damage across the board. So crit chance, crit damage. If you're running regular Double Knives, that's physical damage, so physical damage will scale it. If you run the lightning one, obviously elemental damage and lightning stuff. Just get damage in your upgrade trees wherever possible. Don't go for crappy upgrades that just increase durations of random buffs and stuff. You just want damage on your main skill as much as humanly possible. But anyway, I'll keep it nice and short. Hopefully this helps you guys out, progress through Act 1, Act 2, and even into Act 3 a little bit. I just got to Act 3. I've only played about 5 or 6 hours of this game, so I'm very much still learning things, and I'll just update you as I go. You can check out my stream at twitch.tv/WoolieGaming. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace!